We are earning more money today than merely any generation in history. Yet we are reporting record levels of financial anxiety and a constant sense of falling behind. This chart explains why. Happiness, or simple contentment, is the gap between your reality and your expectations. Social media has weaponized that gap. Your baseline for a good life is no longer your actual neighbor. It's the curated extremes of influencers and billionaires delivered directly to your palm 100 times a day. Earning a higher salary rarely fixes the feeling of being behind, because a higher income simply moves you into a higher bracket of social competition. We use spending as a relief valve for that social pressure. We buy things to fill an emotional hole, hoping a new purchase will finally make our reality match the expectations we see online. This leads to the valet paradox. You pull up to a hotel in a red Ferrari, assuming the crowds on the sidewalk are admiring you as a symbol of success. In reality, no one is thinking about the driver. They are looking at the car and imagining themselves in the seat. People are far too obsessed with their own status to care about yours. Society defines rich as having the visible cash or credit to buy these symbols. It is a performative state that requires you to give your money away to strangers to prove you have it. Chasing that image eventually leads to debt, and every dollar of debt is a piece of your future time that you have legally surrendered to a lender. True financial independence, being wealthy, is the invisible opposite. Wealth is the car you didn't buy, the expensive dinner you declined, and the cash you kept. The Vanderbilt family provides history's clearest warning of what happens when you prioritize being rich over being wealthy. Cornelius Vanderbilt built a fortune worth nearly $500 billion. His heirs were born into galleons, but they were trapped by the social requirement to spend ostentatiously. They built a state like this one, not for comfort, but to sustain a public image that made them miserable. The pressure to maintain that status bled the fortune dry over generations. By the mid-20th century, the Vanderbilt name represented a fading trust fund rather than a functional fortune. It wasn't until Anderson Cooper, the first descendant forced to work for his own paycheck, that a member of the family achieved true independence and personal fulfillment. Massive visible riches often create a psychological prison. Invisible wealth buys the ultimate luxury, absolute control over your own time. To reclaim that control, you need a new filter for your finances. Every dollar you spend belongs in one of two buckets. Bucket 1 is utility. This is money spent to increase the genuine happiness, health, or comfort of you and your family. Bucket 2 is status. This is money spent solely to impress strangers or project a lifestyle to an audience that isn't actually paying attention. Shifting your spending from the status bucket to the utility bucket stops the financial bleed and begins the process of building real wealth. Building wealth begins by treating savings as an active purchase rather than a sacrifice. When you put away $50, you are purchasing $50 worth of future freedom and peace of mind today. Most financial anxiety is rooted in simple ignorance. Checking your bank balance every morning provides the objective anchor you need to reconcile your literal resources with the inflated expectations on your social feed. A 90-day reset can accelerate this. By categorizing 3 months of expenses, you can identify and eliminate leaks, the forgotten subscriptions, and convenience spending that serve no actual utility. To ensure these changes stick, we rely on automation. Removing the need for constant willpower is the most effective way to change long-term behavior. Use the 10% rule. Set up an automatic transfer, so a portion of every paycheck is routed into a high-yield savings account or index fund before you even see it in your checking account. This ensures your wealth builds invisibly in the background, protecting your future self from your current emotional impulses. The final requirement for independence is a commitment to extreme, long-term patience. Compound interest starts slowly, but it creates exponential wealth over decades. Being a strictly average investor for an above-average period of time produces results that outperform most professional traders. Warren Buffett is the ultimate proof of this principle. Despite his legendary status, 99% of his net worth was accumulated after his 60th birthday. Market volatility and economic dips are not risks to be avoided. They are simply the admission fee you pay for long-term financial freedom.